We would like to see you inundate your senses, as many senses as possible on a continual basis to help you through this alchemizing change of recovery and healing from these very beings and from these very systems. See? So, what we always ask you to ponder is, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about yourself, most importantly? If you are feeling unsure or fearful or negative or not capable, you are doubly called to go into the healing chamber to tune yourself, to listen to uplifting words, to watch uplifting content, to bring fragrance and sound and incense into your world with the intention that I am reclaiming myself. I am calling parts of myself home that have been disowned through a organized front to suppress my psyche, my spirituality, and my emotions. This would not be a dramatic thing to say. And in walking this path, you would say, I call back my inner trust. I call back my inner guidance system. I call back my inner respect. I call back my extremely loving heart to reparent those parts of me that I have been disowning through criticism, through judgment, and through the very controlling systems, frequencies, visuals, and sound that they use to suppress. As this channel has discussed before, they have used this in your music industry. They are using it in your movies and in every way they can think of to keep you suppressed and confused and exhausted. But the exhaustion serves a purpose, because the exhaustion may be the tipping point where you say, enough of their content, of their darkness, of their low vibrational weapons. Enough. And this is where the skill building and the practical, grounded approaches is being called for. Very simplistically, how do you start your day? How are you communicating with yourself upon awakening? How do you end your day? How are you communicating with yourself upon a night of rest and renewal and regeneration? These are the bookends of all of this, you see. And to always check in the middle of the day and ask yourself, how am I feeling or thinking? And there may be different responses to the assessment of that. Perhaps you need a time out. Perhaps you need a literal nap. Perhaps you need to refocus your point of focus. Perhaps you need a trusted other to converse with in a supportive manner, or a group or a tribe, if you will, that is intended to help you all recalibrate your vibrations together. This is indeed helpful. We would gather together, many of us, and we would be singing and tuning. We would use light language, we would use frequency, and we would go into these inner temples and do our work, unbeknownst to some of the more controlling factors and pharaohs that took over